Greetings, comrades! This is Amigo and Caleb, back with another Universe Sandbox video. And I was brainstorming what to do for this video. I figured, you know what, let's try something interesting. What would happen if we launched each... I can talk. What would happen if we launched each planet of the solar system into Earth? What would happen? Well, that's what we're going to do here. So everyone on the Earth's, you know, being peaceful, having a good time, except for North Korea. But, well, they're about to have a not-so-good time, because we're going to be doing something a little different. So we can launch planets here, and I'm going to assume Gray still plays, has done this, but dumb fat ass like me hasn't done it yet. So we're going to launch each planet. We're gonna, it'll be separate scenarios, obviously. We're going to launch each planet into Earth and see what happens. Either something happens to the Earth, something happens to the planet that launched to Earth, or something happens to both of them. And there's Mercury. Let's see what happens, shall we? Whoa, I forgot to slow down time. Let's do that again. Okay, so we're going to slow down time a bit. By the way, if you hear any background music through the mic, I'm downloading a few different themes for the Batacera from a Raspberry Pi. Just have a little visual variety, you know. Okay, well now we're facing Asia and Africa this time around. So let's try this again, only at a slower speed, so we can actually see what's going on, because everything went way too fast. Okay, and we're going to start with Mercury, then work our way up. Okay, now slow down time. And yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, there's Mercury. Let's speed up just a little bit. There it goes. Zoom into Earth, and let's see what happens. Wow, about what I expected. The planet pretty much just went thermonuclear. Somehow there's still like 0.1% of life on Earth. And it's not just humans, like all life. Right, we're down to the smallest amoeba and paramecium that's on the planet is being wiped out from this phenomena. You can see all the fragments of Mercury falling back onto Earth. Yeah, it doesn't look very similar to Earth now, does it? You see Earth similarity 11%. Which, what does the surface look like? Oh, there's pretty much no land left. That's the red spot here. That's currently 4,200 degrees Celsius. I'm going to assume that's the impact zone of Mercury. Because from what I saw, it did land around Asia. Oh boy, yeah, that's... Well, that's a maximum temperature. Switch it to Fahrenheit. You know, my American ass. Average temperature 4,000 degrees. So there's not much life that can survive that kind of temperature. Unless we'll talk about the Donakil Depression. Yep, life on Earth is pretty much done and over with there. boy, yeah, you can see there's still fragments falling into Earth. I'll speed up just a little bit. There's this large, like, aura emerging from what's left of Earth. And somehow the Earth has gained more mass. Or just had an entire planet collide into it. And somehow it grew in size. Slightly, but it grew in size. Speed up just a little more. This is just a matter of minutes going around. 16 minutes a second. So pretty much every second is like agonizing pain and discomfort. Because somehow the likelihood is growing. Very, very slightly, but it's growing. Looks like Earth almost turning into a nebula, all these clouds circling around it. Yeah, more things still colliding into Earth. Holy smokes, that was, something. But was a core density always this small? Gram per cubic centimeters. Okay, the life likelihood is increasing. I don't know how. And somehow it's the Earth simulator is rising. Even though there's pretty much nothing left on Earth. Oh, we can kind of see the continents, or what's left of them anyway. Temperature's dropping quite a bit. Wow. Speed things up just a little more. Yeah, my stuff's still downloading for the Raspberry Pi. Oh, this is quite a... Oh my god! Hold on. Let me, check this real quick. Okay. Jesus Christ, the Earth is... It has gone thermonuclear. Like, you see the Americas, but, yeah. They have lava clouds over them. And yeah, pretty much all of Asia's gone. That impact from Mercury destroyed, well, almost all of Asia. You know, a huge chunk of Russia's gone. Pretty much all, like, Eastern and Southern Asia are gone. Still got the mountains over there. Mount Everest is surprisingly okay. And... wow, and Australia is gone, too. Fuck, I read all those monstrous, creatures that inhabit that land. Let's speed this a little more, see if it... Cool. Okay, it's cooled down quite a bit. Oh my god! The Earth has gone lump. Look at that! It's because of all those fragments colliding into Earth. It's cratered everything. Look, this used to be Asia. Well, you can still see parts of Asia and Australia, but they've been bombarded by planetary debris. Well, Africa's not looking so good either. And yeah, look at all the red here. I'm assuming that's all like the lava and stuff that emerged from the Earth after being superheated by planetary fragments of Mercury. Speed this a little more, see what happens. It's only like 0.1% of life likelihood. So pretty much nothing but like microorganisms inhabit the land now. And for some reason, there's still water. At least I think that's water. speed it up a little bit, see what happens. Oh my god, somehow water is... Wait, hold on. Somehow water is reformed. And yeah, pretty much flooded... I pretty much flooded like a third of North America. Surprisingly... Where I am in Texas is surprisingly okay. But I won't be for long, though. Yeah, South America is pretty much flooded. What about the rest of the world? Yeah, Asia is pretty much flooded. So we got some flooding in Saudi Arabia. Oh my god, imagine a huge flood in Russia. All their snow melted, and yeah. All that permafrost. Not so permanent anymore, is it? There's very little green left on this planet. Oh, jeez. I like how some of the bodies of water are still, like, not fully formed up here. Well. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we speed up things a bit. Oh, wow. Pretty much all of, oh my god. Almost all of Africa is completely flooded. Europe and Asia are pretty much unrecognizable now. There's no more Australia. Well, there's still pockets of South America and Mexico that are still flooded, but yeah, North America is pretty much cooked. Oh man, what are the chances of that? Okay, let's go and launch Venus to Earth. Let's see what happens here. Okay, again, slow everything down. To our cesspool we call Earth. This time we're going to launch Venus. Okay, so we're going to add... No, not orbit it. Launch at. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. This is where Cataclysm. This is Armageddon. Oh! Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh. Let's do that again. That went too fast. Okay, let's do that again. This time a little bit slower. Because I went a little too fast. Okay. Wow, it... just like Mercury completely collided with Earth. And just like before, very little is surviving that. The surface is... yeah, pretty much even hotter than with when Mercury collided. The infrared emissivity is going crazy. Greenhouse effect, oh Jesus. That... it keeps bouncing back and forth between quad and 6 digits. Okay, just like a Mercury. There's like dust clouds circling all around. Not as many fragments I've noticed. And... yeah, this time nothing survived. Oh man, that was... kind of gruesome. Atmosphere, wait, did I... oh, I spawned another Venus. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, can I delete that? Let's see, yeah, delete that. Yeah, didn't mean to spawn that. But yeah, Earth's pretty much not gone supernova. It's not quite a sun, but it's so practically turning into a sun. Yeah, planet, yeah. It's, not looking good here. 2.4%, 2.46% Earth similarity. Pretty much nothing on Earth has survived now. Oh my god, look how much it's glowing. And if I'm not mistaken, we kind of knocked off its axis. Now it's spinning more horizontally. Well, vertically, I should say. It's... yeah, it's not spinning normally. Well, that's interesting. What's the surface? So for let's switch to Fahrenheit. Okay, 5,000 degrees Celsius is the average temperature. Yeah, I don't think anything's surviving that. Okay, so that was Venus colliding with Earth. Now, let's go meta. If I can click it. Yeah, some of it takes some getting used to here. Okay, so Earth. What if Earth has a collision with another Earth? This is Earth 2. And man, it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, it's slowly descending. Let's speed just a tad. There's our once lovely planet. Here it is. It's... I didn't mean to spawn another Earth. Hold on. Delete that Earth. Wow. Okay, so... again, we wiped out almost all life on Earth. There are bits of Earth colliding on this Earth. I've nearly doubled the mass of Earth. I basically created a super Earth a la Helldivers 2, only this does not support life. At least not life as we know it. Ooh, man. Sorry, I have a bit of a full stomach. Had a nice dinner earlier. Anyway. Yeah, I pretty much created a super Earth. And by super Earth, I mean like a freaking glowing sun. And, yeah, it's not even hotter than when Venus collided. Got max temperature of 10,000 degrees. Okay, now it's dropping. We can see the heat map going crazy over there. So around the Atlantic, it's spazzing out. It started to cool down a bit. Speed up a little bit. Wow, I turned the Earth red. So, I created a Hell Earth, apparently. This is why two Earths collide. Apparently, according to Universe Sandbox. It's turned red. You forget that this is the side face of the sun. This is the side's not facing. So, it's pretty much red all world round, all year round. How's the life probability? Only 0.05%. So just like level like paramecium and oh, we got some land peeking out, though it ain't much. We speed it just a little more. Let's go years and see what happens. Got some weird, like... okay, the bodies of water are acting weird here. But you could faintly see the continents where humans once inhabited. Only this upper part of the... Only there's like some parts of Eastern Asia. That's pretty much the only habitable land here. Everything else is flooded. Not that actually the water's actually closing around it, so it's probably flooding back. Speed up a little more. Speed up a few years. And... okay, over the years, the water goes crazy. Bit more of the land is revealing itself. Quite a bit more, actually. Well, that's just the atmosphere. Yeah, it's pretty much just eternal cloud coverage. But it seems only like this bubble here is the only place where there's like actual land that isn't flooded. Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, now let's see what happens when red Mars collides with Earth. This should be interesting. Good old Ares. Okay, slow things down. And see what happens. Wow. Very similar result with the other planets. How's the surface? Okay, now that's had only like high around 4,000 degrees Celsius. Well, life probability, yeah, about on par with the other collisions. And the surface is, yeah, glowing hot. How's the... okay, got a little more mass. With Earth colliding, it nearly doubled. The other planets ain't much. Okay, so it becomes like red Earth for like a few months, and then it turns back to regular Earth. I guess I got some cloud coverage. Still like a huge ball of white when you turn on the atmosphere. Have a few pockets of water. Not much can sustain it, though. Only 0.1% life likelihood. Because, well, the surface temperature is still pretty hot. Max temperature 1100 degrees. Let's see what part of Africa's like still red. Probably all the volcanic activity that's happening there. Okay, so pretty similar result. You got quite a few spots are still red on Earth. For all the superheated rock and stuff. Let time go by a few more years. Okay, there's a huge blob of water forming somehow. Because there's still a lot of atmosphere of white. Okay, now it's somehow flooding the Earth. Oh wow. A parallel collision with Mars has pretty much flooded the entire Earth. From the looks of it, pretty much nothing but fish and underwater life will survive here. Interesting. If we speed up time a bit, we'll be the same. Yep. likelihood is slightly increasing. Only 1% though, but hey, it's something. So that's Mars colliding with Earth. What about a gas giant? What about Jupiter? It's going to be interesting because Jupiter is a lot larger than Earth. So this would be an interesting thing to see. I've seen Greystone plays collide Earth to Jupiter. What about colliding Jupiter to Earth? I'm going to zoom out a little bit since Jupiter's a lot larger. No, I don't want to form two Jupiters. Okay. So here's Earth. What happens if a giant ball of gas collides with Earth? Okay. Here it goes. Oh, I went too fast. Oh, let's redo that. Oh man, I'm not paying attention, Jesus. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, launch. Jupiter. Zoom out a little bit. Slow things down a bit. Rogue object flying into Jupiter. Okay, so apparently the Earth is flying into Jupiter, not the Jupiter flying into Earth. Oh man, a rogue gas giant flying into Earth. Even though according to this, Earth is flying into Jupiter. Okay, I might have to move a little bit so we can see. There's Jupiter. Here it comes. Man, it's scary to think how much larger Jupiter is compared to Earth. Imagine waking up and the last thing you see is this giant. The sky's nothing but half black, half like different shades of brown. Okay, here we go. Give me a hug. Wow. Jupiter absorbed the Earth. And apparently the collision with Earth is rising its temperatures. This is just a matter of minutes going by. Well, we temporarily turn Jupiter to another sun. Though the temperature's quickly dropping. Average temperature 1200 degrees Celsius, but it's going down a bit. Speed it up a bit. Wow. Earth's completely gone, but nothing happened to Jupiter. It just went about its day as if nothing happened. Wow. That was something. Okay, now for Saturn. The Sega Saturn. There's Earth. You're about to have another gas giant flying at you. This time it's Saturn. I'm not sure if it includes the moons, but we're about to find out. Okay, again, slow everything down. Okay, close that. Where's Saturn? There it is. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has its rings. Oh wait, helps if I unpause it. That's why it's not moving. Fucking hell. Way to go, dumbass. Rogue object flying into... Okay, again... It's Earth flying to the planet, not the planet flying into Earth. Okay, Saturn's not as big as Jupiter. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just like Jupiter, just ate the Earth. And it's got a few spots of red near the southern axis there. But yeah, just like Jupiter, just went about like nothing happened. How about Uranus? Okay. Launching Uranus into Earth. The planet. Okay, keep your minds out of the gutter, okay? Okay, is this gonna fly into Uranus too? Wait, is that really Uranus? Wait, did I do it right? Oh, hold on, let me do it again. I don't think I did that right. Is that launch? Yeah. Launch Uranus. There we go. I don't know what went on trajectory there. Okay, yeah, this one's flying into Uranus too. And there we go. And there it is. It just absorbed it. Just like the others. Well, if we're learning anything from this, that any planet colliding into Earth would not be a good scenario. Apparently learned that when they're trying to launch a gas giant into Earth, the Earth will actually be pulled into the gas giant. That is weird. Just like Jupiter and Saturn going along like nothing happened. I guess at least one more planet, Neptune. I could do Pluto, but, you know. Oh god, it's bigger, so it's, I don't want to orbit, I want to launch it. Right? There's the little blue giant here. Okay. There's Neptune. Once again, it's flying into Neptune. Okay, that's gonna be a surprise to anyone here. Just ate it up. That's the impact zone of Earth. And just, once again, going about its day. So I need to check my thing real quick. Okay, still downloading. I haven't connected to Ethernet, by the way. Okay, I guess we'll do Pluto just for shits and giggles. Even though the general consensus that Pluto is no longer considered a planet. I grew up thinking Pluto was a planet, so you know what? We're gonna give Pluto its due. And give it a chance to annihilate Earth. If I recall, it's much smaller than Earth, so... Let's see how this goes. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot smaller. Wow. Not as destructive as the other planets. But it did cause a lot of flooding. But it still pretty much wiped out almost all life on Earth. There's like this small pocket up here in the northern hemisphere. There's still regular atmosphere. Everything else is just like absolutely covered in this like, I don't know what you want to call this. Yeah, everything's superheated. But not as hot as the other collisions. The maximum time is only 2400 Celsius. Like 4,000 degrees, you know. Speed of a few days, and... Wow, it's... Let's see what continents are left. This huge area that's Antarctica getting flooded up. But from the looks of it, most of South America's flooded. A good chunk of Canada's gone. Somehow Texas is still okay. And Australia somehow survived. I've got some new land masses around Australia. But yeah, pretty much all of Asia is gone, and you can't see Africa or Europe anymore. Wow. Let's go for a few more months. All the cloud cover means there's still water coming down on Earth, which means there's still a chance of life. Oh, Australia's more flooded now. So yeah, pretty much, you can see pretty much all the lands left on Earth after a collision with Pluto. Oh. Quite an interesting turn of events here. So, that's what happens when every planet on the solar system, including Earth itself, collides into Earth. And just as an extra, let's see how much when the moon collides with Earth. Our moon. Slow things down a little bit. And what happened if the moon decided to go rogue and have a collision course with Earth? The planet it's supposed to orbit. Let's find out, shall we? Looks like laying into Asia. Yep. Wow. Very similar result. Is speed things up a little bit. In the atmosphere, it's glowing hot. Speed things up a bit, and oh, we flooded the kind of flooded Earth. So we got some more land around Asia. But once again, Africa's getting flooded. I think we've uncovered Atlantis. But again, the Americas are... yeah, I've seen better days. Australia's... wait, no, it's not. Wow. Well, this has been an interesting video, comrades. So we learned that actual solid planets when they collide in the Earth pretty much cause it to superheat and wipe out all life. And when you try to launch a gas giant into Earth, the Earth actually gets sucked into the gas giant and becomes nothing. And the Earth becomes lumpy with all the different planetary debris falling on it. So, that's it for this video, comrades. Enjoy what's left of Earth here when the moon collides with it. And this is Caleb signing out. Have a good day.